You carry a deep ache, a fundamental sense that something is wrong. You look at your life, at yourself, and you feel a sense of profound inadequacy, a suspicion that you are in some way broken, that you are a project that must be fixed, a problem that must be solved. This feeling follows you. It is the quiet hum beneath all your efforts. When you achieve something, the voice whispers, "It is not enough." When you fail, it shouts, "This is proof." You have spent so long, so very long, trying to become, trying to heal, to improve, to smooth out your rough edges, to finally arrive at a version of yourself that is acceptable, a version that is good enough. You look at others and they seem to be participating in a world that you cannot quite grasp. You feel you are missing a piece. You are insecure, you are imperfect, and you are tired. You are so very tired of trying to repair this thing that you believe to be broken. You are exhausted by the performance of getting better. You are exhausted by the journey of becoming, because deep down, you fear that the destination does not exist. You fear that after all the work, you will still be you, flawed, incomplete, not enough. So you look out at the world, this sleeping world, and you watch how it operates. You see people running, chasing, performing. They are all desperately trying to prove their worth. They gather titles, they gather opinions, and they gather possessions. They decorate the outside of their lives, hoping it will fix the emptiness within. They mistake motion for meaning. Listen to them, listen to the noise. Their conversations are a tapestry of complaint, of gossip, of judgment. They define themselves by what they are against. They build their fragile sense of self by tearing another's down. They perform goodness, they perform happiness, they perform with confidence. It is a grand, elaborate play, and everyone is an actor. They are all trying to be good enough for each other. They are all judges, and they are all the accused, trapped in a courtroom of their own making. They are terrified of silence. They are terrified of stillness, because in the stillness, they might have to face the very thing you have been forced to live with, that hollow ache. But they do not. They turn the volume up. They run faster. They climb harder. They demand that you run with them. They insist that their game is the only game. They tell you, you must fix yourself. You must be like us. You must join the chase. They offer you 1,000 ways to repair what they see as your flaws. They tell you to be more outgoing, to be more positive, and to be less sensitive, to stop thinking so much, to just fit in. But you have tried. You have tried to play their game, and it has broken you. And so a new archetype is born in you, the awakened one. This is not an arrival. It is not a sudden flash of light. It is a slow, quiet, and often painfully retreat. It is the part of you that has simply grown too tired to perform. The part of you that can no longer find the energy to pretend. The part of you that has stopped trying to win a game you never asked to play. You begin to withdraw, not out of anger, but out of clarity. You see the machinery, you see the strings, you see the profound absurdity of it all, and you can no longer take it seriously. Recognition from them no longer feels like a prize. Their validation feels hollow. Their judgments feel impersonal, like the weather. So you become quiet. You retreat. You spend more time alone. You find solace in the silence they so desperately flee. You are no longer playing to the crowd. You are no longer seeking an audience. This is the great turning point. You stop. You stop trying to be good enough for them. You stop trying to fix yourself to meet their standards. You simply are. And this quiet retreat is mistaken for many things. They call it depression. They call it apathy. They call it weakness. They look at your silence and they assume it is emptiness. They look at your stillness and they assume it is defeat. They do not understand that you are not defeated. You have simply laid down the weapons. You have walked off the battlefield. You have surrendered to your own nature because you have finally seen that the war itself was the illusion. The only enemy was the belief that you had to fight. And it is here, in this quiet retreat, that they come for you. They come with their labels. They come with their diagnoses. Because you have stepped outside of their game, you have become a mirror. And what they see in you terrifies them. Your stillness reveals their frantic, meaningless motion. Your silence reveals their desperate noise. So they must label you. They must pathologize you. It is not a choice. It is a reflex. It is the immune system of the sleeping world attacking a foreign body. They say you are broken. They say you are inadequate. They say you are too sensitive, too serious, depressed, and anxious. Let us be very clear about what is happening. This label is not a diagnosis of you, it is a confession of theirs. When a lower level of consciousness attempts to judge a higher one, it can only see pathology. It has no other framework. When the shallow mind looks at the deep mind, it sees only darkness. It cannot comprehend the depth. Your authenticity is a profound threat to their comfortable illusions. Your refusal to play the game, your simple, quiet presence calls everything they live for into question. And so, to protect their own reality, they must frame you as the problem. They must convince themselves and you that you are the one who is sick, that you are the one who is broken. Because the alternative, the idea that their entire world is the illusion, that their values are hollow, is simply too terrifying for them to bear. They call you inadequate because you are not adequate for their purposes. You are not a good cog in their machine. You are not a convincing actor in their play. You are not adequate for a superficial world, and this is your saving grace. They call you broken because you do not function according to their rules. You are not sealed off, smooth, and predictable. You have cracks. You feel things. You see things. You question things. They are not judging you. They are simply describing their own limits. The label broken is the sound a mind makes when it encounters a depth it cannot understand. It is the admission of their own blindness. You are not the one who is lost. You are the one who has left the map they are all still following, and this makes them deeply, deeply afraid. This is the great reframe. This is the moment you must see with perfect clarity. The feeling of inadequacy is not a sign of your failure. It is the evidence of your awakening. This leads us to the three great truths of your unbroken nature. You must understand these not as ideas, but as realities. 1. Your inadequacy is your integrity. What you have been calling inadequacy is, in fact, your soul's profound refusal to accept the superficial. It is the rejection of the hollow. You feel inadequate in their world because you were built for a deeper one. You cannot find satisfaction in the small prizes they offer. You cannot make yourself believe in their thin pursuits. That feeling of not enough is not you failing the world. It is you remaining loyal to a truth the world has forgotten. It is your integrity. It is the compass of your spirit telling you that this is not it. This is not home. You are not failing to be good enough for them. You are succeeding in being true to yourself. This ache is not sickness. It is the ache of homesickness for a reality that is real. Do not try to cure this ache. It is your guide. 2. Your brokenness is your original wholeness. You look at yourself and you see cracks. You see flaws. You see a thing that needs fixing. You must understand this clearly. That is not a flaw. It is your original perfection. The sleeping world demands that you be sealed, smooth, impenetrable. To them, a perfect surface is the goal, but a perfectly sealed thing is dead. It cannot feel, it cannot receive, it cannot grow. What you call your brokenness, what you call your sensitivity, is the crack in the facade. It is the opening. It is the place where the light gets in. It is the place where life is felt. Your brokenness is your humanity. It is your vulnerability. It is your capacity to feel not just your own pain, but the pain of the world. It is your empathy. It is your very aliveness. They have sealed their cracks with ambition, with distraction, with denial. They are smooth, yes, but they are empty. You are open, and yes, it hurts. But it is not a flaw. It is the essential nature of a living, breathing, authentic soul. You are not broken. You are simply and beautifully open. 3. Your insecurity is your clarity. That feeling you have, that constant questioning, that sense of being unsure, this is not weakness. This is the burden of clarity. The sleeping world runs on a currency of false certainty. People pretend to know. They adopt loud opinions. They cling to rigid beliefs. This is not confidence. It is a shield. It is a desperate defense against the terrifying, beautiful mystery of reality. You, on the other hand, see the nuance. You see the shadow. You feel the doubt. You understand that knowing is an illusion. Your insecurity is not a lack of confidence. It is a lack of dogma. It is the honest response of an intelligent mind to a complex universe. You are not insecure. You are aware. You are seeing too much. You are seeing the artifice. You are seeing the fragility of it all. This clarity makes you hesitant. It makes you quiet. It makes you thoughtful. While they are shouting their false answers, you are left holding the real questions. Do not mistake your thoughtfulness for a flaw. It is your wisdom. To live by these truths is to accept a new path. And you must understand, this path has a cost. The cost of this reframe, the cost of living as an authentic, open, and aware soul, is loneliness. It is the quiet, noble loneliness of the one who has left the crowd. You will sit with them, you will talk with them, but you will no longer be of them. You will hear their complaints and their gossip, and it will sound like a foreign language. You will see their frantic chase for validation, and you will feel a deep, quiet compassion, but you will no longer feel the urge to run with them. They will misunderstand you. This is guaranteed. They will see your newfound peace and call it detachment. They will see your lack of interest in their games and call it arrogance. They will see your integrity and call it stubbornness. They will not be able to meet you where you are because you are no longer standing in the place they all agree to be real. You must be willing to be misunderstood. You must be willing to disappoint them. You must be willing to let go of the need to be seen, to be validated, or to be good in their eyes. This is the great sacrifice of awakening. You trade the comfort of the crowd for the clarity of the peak. And the peak is often a very solitary place. But let me ask you, what is loneliness? Is it being physically alone? Or is it being in a crowd of people who cannot see you while pretending to be someone you are not? You have already known the deepest loneliness. You knew it when you were trying your hardest to fit in. The path of your own nature is, for the first time, the end of that true loneliness. It is, for the first time, coming home. And so here is the great permission. You have permission to stop. Just stop. Stop trying to be good enough for them. Stop trying to earn their approval. Stop trying to win their game. You have permission to be utterly, completely, and gloriously inadequate for their world. You have permission to stop fixing yourself. You are not a broken machine. You are a living mystery. Stop trying to smooth out your cracks. They are where your light shines from. Stop trying to heal your sensitivity. It is your greatest instrument of perception. You have permission to be broken. You have permission to be insecure. You have permission to be the one who feels too much, sees too much, and questions too much. You have permission to be quiet. You have permission to walk away from conversations that feel like poison. You have permission to disappoint people. You have permission to fail at being the person they wanted you to be. Your only responsibility from this day forward is not to become good enough. It is to be simply what you already are. Your brokenness is your breakthrough. Your inadequacy is your enlightenment. You are not a project, you are a presence. And that is your journey. If this path of returning to truth resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications that we may continue this journey together into deeper understanding. Now let the noise of the world fade. Let the striving cease. Let the frantic energy of becoming finally settle. You do not need to be fixed. You do not need to be healed. You do not need to be better. You only need to be. The struggle was never about you becoming worthy. The struggle was about you remembering that you already are. The sense of inadequacy was the final illusion, the last great barrier. And now you see it for what it is. It is the shadow cast by a light they cannot comprehend. You are not the shadow. You are the light. You were never broken. You were and you are and you will always be whole.